I have an update for you all. This is coming from Iraq. This comes from the Daily Star, which is it's a publication out of Lebanon. Barzani predicts Mosul offensive in the fall. Now, I've been telling you folks for the last several months that this is not going to be going away. ISIS is going to be in Iraq for, I say, 2-3 years, maybe even longer in Iraq. I know it's probably surprising to most of you, but that's just the way the truth is. And as long as Syria is going on, they'll always have a safe haven to go to regroup, resupply, and go back into Iraq. That's the problem. Just like in Afghanistan, where they have Pakistan, where they can regroup, train, and then go back into Afghanistan. It's the same scenario. And PM Barzani here predicts that the Mosul offensive will start in the fall. And let me just go through this article here. PM Barzani warned that despite victories in the war against ISIS, the global coalition against the group was inadequate and predicted a campaign to retake the Iraq city of Mosul would not happen before the fall. I'm just going to read some of the experts here. This is a long war. That's what he's saying, the PM. They control more than 15 million people in Iraq and Syria, says Barzani. ISIS has now been contained and controlled, but it is still able to carry out attacks. They are organized and able to recruit people from all over the world. The structure of this organization has been set up in such a way that it will remain intact. This is from the PM Barzani, and he has an inside track on what's going on, obviously, since he is the PM of the Kurdistan region. And he's saying that they'll remain intact. And that's what I've been saying all along. This ain't going to go away. Here's another quote from him. With airstrikes, you cannot destroy this organization for sure. To destroy this organization, we need some special forces, not boots on the ground, but some joint military operations fighting alongside the Peshmerga, which I don't understand how he can't have boots on the ground fighting alongside Peshmerga. It's impossible. The question is the policy one of containment or to dislodge and destroy them? Barzani said at his luxury residence in the capital, quote, in order to totally eradicate them, further action must be taken. And he doesn't want his Peshmerga Kurds to be involved in the attack in Mosul. He's a smart guy, because I wouldn't either, because the Peshmerga are a small force, and if they start losing people to the fight, especially in Mosul, then they would have nobody to defend Erbil or the Kurdistan region. He says, as Kurds, we don't want to spearhead any attack to retake Mosul. We want to avoid further conflict. He says, there is no real Iraqi army that can do the job. It needs time. We have to be realistic. He says, asked about plans touted by Iraqi and U.S. officials for an offensive by June on Mosul. March, definitely not. June, also, I doubt it. He says the end of September or October was more realistic date for the attack, linking an offensive to Baghdad's ability to train enough soldiers to free up the military up to move its 2 best divisions north from their current mission of protecting the capital. He says they need a comprehensive strategy and ideas on how to deal with ISIS in the region. There is no strategy and cooperation. ISIS is well-trained, well-funded, and can recruit as many as they want, and they also have fighters who are ready to die. That's the big difference. This war is not a war you can win with AK-47s and RPGs. The reality is, until the Syrian issue is properly resolved, destroying ISIS won't be an easy task. Back to what I was saying, as long as you have Syria operating, up and running, they always can go into Syria, regroup, retrain, rearm, get medical help, and then go back into Iraq. It's just an ongoing process. The biggest problem for Abadi is Nuri al-Maliki. That's interesting. But he's coming from a Kurd, so that's expected. There's no loyalty to a country called Iraq. It really is important to find a formula for how to live. Sorry, the website there refreshed. Let me read that again. It is really important to find a formula for how to live together within the boundaries of what is called Iraq. Unless a formula is found, there will be more bloodshed, and the country will remain a destabilizing factor in the region. Anytime soon, there won't be any peace in Iraq. But I just want to point this article to you. I'll have the link below. Go ahead and read it for yourself. Read it slowly. Barzani predicts no offensive until the fall. I say no offensive until about December, January 2016. And that's very conservative, and that's very considering that the lack of training that the Iraqi army has. They're in no shape to go against the ISS. This is the American Contractor. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and, if you have any questions, just go ahead and write them in the YouTube channel comment section, or you can send me by email. My contact information is included in the video and below.